Okay, everyone. Today I wanted to recount some of the Egyptian folktales, because we're kind of lucky that so many Egyptian stuff from ancient Egypt is still around. Because some of that stuff is very, very old, and tablets, stone tablets. They wrote things on stone tablets, and I think those things aren't that durable, and they wear out over time. So, the two stories I want to share today, I think they have some of the best pictures. So, the first one's called The Destruction of Humankind. Before Egypt had human kings, its ruler was the god Ra. In his declining years, angered by his subjects' lack of respect, the god sent his eye, deified as the goddess Hathor, to avenge him. The myth may have been created to explain the failure of the harvest. Ra, as the ruler of men, was past his prime, but his age did not prevent him from hearing that men were mocking him and plotting to overthrow him. Calling the gods to a secret conference, he asked their advice. Nun, as the eldest, was the one to whom he listened most avidly. Nun advised Ra to punish the blasphemers by scorching them with his blazing heat. However, when Ra did this, his victims ran for shelter to the rocks and escaped his fury. So he reconvened the gods, who told him to send his eye in the form of Hathor to punish humankind. In the guise of the lioness, Sekhmet, Hathor perpetrated a savage slaughter. By the time she was recalled by Ra, she had acquired an insatiable taste for blood and was determined to return to Earth to destroy the rest of humankind. Ra was alarmed. He had meant only to teach people a lesson, not to wipe them out. While Hathor rested, he sent messengers to Aswan to bring back a consignment of red ochre. He ordered the high priest of Aswan, or the high priest of Heliopolis, to pound it. As this was done, the god ordered servant girls to brew barley beer. The two elements were mixed together to produce 7,000 jugs of an intoxicating drink that looked like blood. Ra ordered the jugs to be emptied over the fields where Hathor had planned her destruction for the next day. Hathor was taken in by the ruse. Flying over the fields, she saw what she thought to be blood and swooped down for a drink. She imbibed too much and fell into a stupor. On regaining her senses, she had forgotten her original aim and set off home again. As a reconciliatory gesture, Ra decreed that the Egyptian people could drink as much as they liked at Hathor's festivals, in commemoration of Hathor, Lady of Drunkenness. So, the story was supposed to explain the failure of a harvest, but plotting to overthrow the sun. I don't think that's impossible. So, and even if you could do it, I think we need the sun. The sun is the driving force of all life on Earth. Like, all planets and their stars have a very a relationship that's very close and necessary. They rely on each other, just like a rhino relies on birds to eat the bugs. So, and that's the picture. So, at least I think Ra, the god Ra is, god Ra is the sun. Okay, and the other story, I thought it was from Egypt, but apparently not. I don't know what this from. It's called Defying Death. After initially opposing the idea, the Ugaritic storm god Baal agreed to include a window in the design for his new palace. His decision was to lead a confrontation with Mot, who represents death. Now, the divine craftsman Kothar Wahasis suggested a window in the royal palace, and Baal opposed him. Baal was concerned that his daughters, Dew and Mist, would escape from the palace and fly away. Later, Baal must have changed his mind and opted to have a window installed, which provoked words of reproach from Kothar Wahasis. Did I not tell you, Baal, that you would come back to my words? The final building did contain a window, but its inclusion was to prove a terrible mistake. Although the opening allowed Baal to manifest his power over fertility by pouring rain onto the earth, it also exposed him to death, who, it was commonly believed, could only enter a house through a window. When Baal returned from a triumphal tour of his kingdom, he decided to open the window by making a gap in the clouds. Shouting through the opening, Baal managed to make the earth below shake as he flung out a defiant challenge to death. Enemies of Baal, why do you tremble? Will any king or non-king establish himself on this earth where I am sovereign? I alone reign among the gods. I alone feed the multitudes on earth and make them fat. Baal followed up his challenge by sending two messengers, Kapan, who represents a vine, and Ugar, which represents a plowed field, down to Mot's realm in the underworld. Baal gave his messengers careful instructions for their dangerous mission. Go down into the dismal, desolate land where Mot reigns, but be careful as you approach him. Don't give him a chance to seize you like lambs in his jaws. Go and tell him I have built my palace of gold and silver. The remainder of his message, like the account of the messenger's journey itself, is lost, but the boastful mention of Baal's splendid new palace with its windows suggests that the tone was provocative and led to further confrontations between Baal and death. Okay, so this is the picture, the one picture we get, and see, this one, the story is from Mesopotamia, so, well, it's still the Middle East. It's like Euphrates, I think, Euphrates area, so, Baal is a Mesopotamian figure. I didn't really know that, but, it's good. A storm god, because people have made so many enchantments to try to clear up bad weather. Like Morgan, goddess of the storm, I ask for your help in every form. Calm the winds, ground the energy, into the rock, into the tree, into earth, into the tree. Send the storm far from me. And if my goddess does agree, then manifest, please. Make it be, so mote it be. And, well, that one usually works for me. And it worked when it was cloudy and I think it was solar eclipse. a total solar eclipse, and it was cloudy that day, and I just said that enchantment a few times, and it cleared up in time, so I don't know, but thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it.